I got the reclining chair mechanism from my shed to get ready to tear it apart to build the drill press. But I was thinking about it, and I don't know, I could go two ways with this. I can do that and use the, well, I wouldn't be using any of this stuff up here. I'd only be using the motor and the track, right, to raise and lower that. And it's just to be a very small part of that. The rest of this would be just scrap. Or I could use, like, leave all this intact and build a wooden frame on top of it, like I talked about in the video where I actually took this apart to begin with. And thinking about it yesterday and thinking about it this morning, I'm leaning that way. However, there is another way where I could get both kind of out of one. I could possibly replicate this mechanism here, you know, this folding up stuff here, all these links and arms and all that, from plywood to build a real reclining wooden chair. And then use the motor out of this and the track on my drill press. Except then this stuff would be still would be scrap, right? So thinking about that, I know that if I were to build a frame for this, like build a frame on top of this, I don't think the video would do that well. But if I were to make the mechanism completely from wood, in particular plywood for these arms and stuff here, I think that that video would do really well. And then, of course, I'd be tempted also to put the motor in it. Because this, I was looking at this mechanism as well and comparing it to the other kind of mechanism where you have an arm that you pull to make it recline. And the one I have now has a button. You push the button and then you use your body to make it recline. The geometry is a lot different on those chairs than this one right here. So this really needs that mechanism, I think, to work properly. At least the motor to work properly. So I don't know, I'm torn. Let me know in the comments what you think, what I should do. I know already, a lot of you are going to say, build the whole thing from wood, because that's more complex. That's more work for John. But there's nothing wrong with this mechanism. Like when I took apart the chair, the problem with it wasn't the mechanism, wasn't the linkage, the steel part, nothing wrong with that. It was the frame, which is made out of OSB and really cheap plywood, stapled together with a million staples. And then, of course, the upholstery got really filthy too. So that was my problem with that. So, yeah. I think that making it from plywood would be interesting. I'm looking at the various things here, and I'm trying to envision how thick this total thing here would be if I used 1/2-inch plywood, Baltic birch, to build the parts, which is doable, I think. I think it'll wind up being like 3 inches thick on each side because there's so many parts bypassing each other. Okay, say this is one level here, 2, that's on the same level as that, but then there's this one down here, you could say 3 and 4, and then there's another one over here that bypasses that again, 5, and then there's another one past that, 6. So it'd be like 6 layers of 1/2-inch plywood to get all this, you know, functionality in here to make it work properly. But then, you know, like I said, it'd be made from wood. It wouldn't be steel. And I think it'd be cool. It would take a while though. So I'd have to measure all these points and you know, I'd pretty much draw it up first, I think, in SketchUp, starting with the main parts here. Because when you look at it, really, there's this one main part that comes along here that ties into this part right here. I don't know how much of this you can see, but there's a bigger triangular shaped part here that has two pivot points on the bottom, 2 pivot points on the top further apart. And then the whole thing is kind of sitting on this back leg right here. And let me just move it here a little bit. This front leg over here, right there. So those link to the bottom and everything is kind of tied into those. So I think it'd be interesting. Very interesting. I just don't know if it'll be worth it. Because like I said, if my objective is to have a chair, I mostly have that right here. All I'd have to do is build a wooden frame, which wouldn't be simple, believe me, because I'd have to figure out a lot of stuff. I was already out here doing that. I had this piece of plywood and a strip of wood, had it laid on here to try to get it so that I could operate the chair and see what the clearances are, because you'd really want to cover up this mechanism to get rid of the pinch points. And also, sitting in my shed, it got rusty over here, so it's unsightly. I could paint it, but better to try to cover all this up. And then you'd need something over here for arms. Like there has to be an arm here as well that would be attached to the seat. And then the back itself is separate and gets attached to these things up here. Right? That's what the back is fastened to. You can see how they operate when you extend, they fold back. Right? Now this is maximum reclined here. I don't think I've ever had the chair in that position. Maximum, I think, was around here. So they're still upright. They stay upright. So the back really doesn't change that much. Also, I've been looking at it to try to find places that could be strengthened. That's the reason why I had this. It can go across here between these two floating triangular pieces I talked about and tie those together and add some stiffness there. And I'm sure there are other parts in here that clear other things, although I don't see too many. You know, there's possibly one in here that a thin member could go across, but then you're not really adding a lot of strength there. So yeah.
Sharon?
Yes?
How do you not blow your brains out being married to him?
Excuse me?
Shall I repeat the question?
You're a guest in our house.
A very honest one.